when human beings sense danger, our first instinct is to pull back. During COVID, countries shut borders, buildings closed, people locked themselves indoors. Loneliness rate increased by 57% globally. Depression rate doubled, anxiety tripled. The WHO reported 25% rise of mental health issues linked directly to isolation. Well, isolation was supposed to keep us safe, but in many ways, it broke us. It made us disconnected with each other, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. I remember I was working in a global justice company, act as head of trade, managing my team in Sydney virtually. My mental health was challenged. I felt unfulfilled, and I felt a bit depressed. That was a time I became more intentional about reaching out to people. Because deep inside of me, from my ego and pride, I said to myself, people needed me. But then I realized it's me who needed them. The truth is, we need each other. In our community, we started regular Zoom meetings, we played bonding games virtually, we cried and laughed together, even from behind the screens. We even FaceTimed relatives we hadn't spoken to for years. Suddenly, laughter was traveling through Wi-Fi cables. The message was loud and clear. We need connection more than we need certainty. And no idea captures that more beautifully than the African philosophy of Ubuntu. I am because we are, or I'm a person through other people. I want to use my industry of logistics to prove my point. For those of you who aren't familiar about the world of logistics, think of it as the systems and processes that make sure all of your wonderful packages, gifts, orders arrive at your doorstep in time. You're welcome, by the way. Now, go ahead and take out your phone, please. Well, this is not encouraged here, but I want you to take out your phone with me. Don't be shy. Take out your phone, please. And hold it for a moment. And I want you to consider that this isn't just a cool device. It's a global love letter, a collaboration, a handshake between continents. The minerals were mined in Africa, refined in China, designed in California, and components engineered in Korea and Japan, assembled across Asia, moved by truck drivers, sailors, pilots, port workers, warehouse team. Also, it could land in your hand so that you could text your mom or scroll through social media. Every time when you're holding this phone, you're holding the entire world. How cool is that? But this device is telling us one truth. The truth that we are interconnected. Whether we want to hide, deny it, or try to isolate. Okay, put your phones away. I don't want to test your mom yet. I want to take you back for just a minute. When I was a little girl, I was often left home alone because my parents were factory workers, always had to work overtime to survive. I remember one night in particular, when I was about 9 years old, I was left at home alone, feeling isolated. And I remember when the clock hit 6 p.m., my tummy was already drumming. And I said to myself, well, let's just wait a few more minutes. My parents should be home soon. Back then, there were no mobile phones. You just had to wait patiently, staring out of the window. And when the clock hit 6:15 p.m., I already had a stomach ache. So I decided to move closer to the gate so that I could see my parents when they were almost home. I was hungry, not just for food, but for safety. I remember the soft light from the kitchen and the smell of the warm food. Bacon, rice, vegetables. I was famished. I could even remember the laughter of children. I felt lonely. Suddenly, a neighbor noticed me. She seemed seeing my desperation and hunger. "Come, eat with us." I hesitated. My pride held me back for a moment. But then after pausing, I stepped inside. And for the first time in a long time, I felt connected again. I felt safe. I felt human. That night taught me a valuable lesson. Our connections didn't always come from those we'd expect. They can come from anyone. And the network that we're part of are often broader than we think. You are already speaking the global language. The question is, are you fluent? In fact, I was born as a second illegal child in China, and it's one-child policy. From being surviving and the hidden network to building my global network that spans around 90-plus countries, I realized that these are the reasons how I speak this language fluently. The first reason, connection. The world doesn't move because of ships. It moves because of trust. Love is a global language. The more connected we are, the more abundant life becomes. And the second reason, experience. After traveling around 20-plus countries and 50-plus different cities globally, I've learned this. To live globally is to live fully. Travel, culture, collaboration, they open your mind, your heart, and your opportunities. And the third reason, growth. Through mentoring global CEOs, it taught me this. Every shipment teaches a lesson. Everyone must adapt and evolve. Our whole journey is a learning journey. And growth is a passport to possibility. My favorite teacher, Jim Rohn, once said, "If you want more, you must become more." Learning is a whole life journey, and growth fulfills our souls. There's something I've never told anyone before. That story of being hungry was just one of many. I was fed by almost every relative and neighbor. I became close friends with the children. After my relatives and neighbors fed me, I helped clean. I babysat the younger kids. I intentionally listened to them, encouraged them, and created value for them. Your networks give you meaning when you join them, but they give you purpose when you contribute to them. Your networks aren't just your networks. They're your net health, your net happiness, and your net hope. Interdependence is often mistaken as dependence, and it is often misunderstood as a weakness. But interdependence isn't a weakness. It is a strength. It is a synergy of independence. The truth is, you cannot be happy without others. You cannot be complete without others. You cannot be fulfilled without others. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, when you dip your coffee and grab your phone, pause, ask, what stories did this item come to reach me? Who am I connected to? And who made this possible? And who is connected to me? That awareness is the beginning of fluency. That fluency is the beginning of abundance. And that abundance is the universal language of human interconnection. How fluent are you?